Global warming and climate change has been a hot topic in recent years. In the past 2 years, we've seen a great push from the so-called mainstream media. And when it comes to environmental friendly, it is not too difficult to relate with electric vehicle. And when it comes to electric vehicle, the image pops up in our head would be green renewable energy, reduce carbon, reduce fossil fuel consumption, etc. All beautiful images have been successfully implanted in our head by the manufacturers. But what if this is all just another successful marketing and advertisement? Who gets the most benefit from all of this?
The IEA report shows that, including steel and aluminum, the actual production of an electric car requires 6 times more minerals than a conventional car. Copper, lithium, nickel, manganese, cobalt, rare earth, graphite. All these involve not only chemicals but also rare minerals. Mining, transportation, processing, these not only increasing the cost but also greatly increase the complexity of the supply chain.
Is it possible that there is a hidden plotting behind electric vehicles, which kidnapped the thought and kindness of all good people who believe by their own actions could bring this world to a better place? And what kind of resource supply is required of electric vehicles? Of course, just to be clear, we're not here to question the advantage and progress of electric vehicles, nor raise any technical questions. But to help you to see the whole picture more clearly and understand the impact of electric vehicles, such as geographical resources, regional politics, and even war economy.
For electric vehicles, lithium and cobalt are the key raw materials. They are far more concentrated geographically than oil. Most lithium comes from Australia, Chile, and China. About 70% of the world's cobalt comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Not sure a country like Congo has anything to do with democracy. In 2016, the Congo government announced that the election would be postponed a year later. When the promised date was reached, guess what? The government postponed it again to 2019. Of course, people were extremely dissatisfied and demonstration broke out, but they were suppressed. And then the Congo government shut down the internet and the communication service indefinitely for national security reason. Yep, seems it's a rule of this world. Those least democratic country would tend to use the word democracy in their country's name. Also, for those countries who care their people the least, tend to use the name people in their names. For example, People's Republic of China. But of course, these are off topic.
Congo's cobalt mines almost monopolize the world's supply. Being a politician there could be a very profitable business in the future. Near 200,000 people are engaged in mining, and the surrounding industries involve millions of people. With no security at all, the man had to climb into the 20-meter deep mine to collect the ore. The children were responsible for the transportation, and the women were responsible for cleaning ore by the nearby river. Water resources are scarce in the desert areas and also connected to the underground. Cleaning toxic cobalt ore has caused huge environmental pollution and health problems. Many people got cancer, skin, heart, and lung-related diseases as a result. Every year, 95,000 tons of this hand-collected cobalt are mined.
Of course, we shouldn't ignore the positive side of this. Miners now can earn as much as $3 per day from hard labor. But hey, they have a regular income. Now that people's lives have improved, officials have been taken care of as well. The former President Kabila wiped $138 million from the treasury through one bank operation. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But guess where did the money go? Famous UBS, Swiss bank. In Congo, up to 90% of the miners work directly or indirectly for the local warlords. Workers either directly produce for the warlords or they have to pay a protection fee. This is an elaborate system of exploitation, using the state-owned company to monopolize the market, kidnapping people with supplies, and threatening people with force. People actually became slaves. So, guess who is the biggest beneficiary of this energy revolution?
Take a look at this graph, showing all the beneficiaries of refining minerals into materials usable in batteries. The degree of concentration is very high, and it ultimately points to one country, China. It accounts for 35% of global nickel production, 58% of lithium, 65% of cobalt, and 90% of rare earth. There is no doubt that nearly 50% of the world's rare earth production comes from the northern China mine, where near the Mongolian border. But what about other minerals? China has no minerals deposits. But how to control it? It is very simple for the CCP. Establish a system of corruption and slavery with various dictators and greedy people. In Congo's slavery mining, almost all of the ore acquisitions are monopolized by the Chinese state-owned enterprises. They bribed the local police and dignitaries to practice real slavery there. Any worker can be whipped and killed, and the body buried without anyone daring to intervene. They can get the local police to stop any reporters and strangers.
A local producer working for an American TV crew was kidnapped.
I think I'll keep quiet on the name of the company where I'm working, but I really work in a big mine owned by Chinese.
What are the working conditions like?
People even are dying for lack of safety. If a worker dies, they will go and bury the person, hiding the corpse.
They'll bury somebody who was killed at the mine.
They don't show to the government. I have to show you the treatment which we are facing. You see?
A Congolese soldier whips an artisanal miner who was caught trespassing at an industrial mine. The Chinese mine managers are watching, laughing.
European and American politicians and marketers simply turned their back on this, counting the money in their hands as long as they can get the bargains, as long as they live in a good environment. Is that so? The CCP chairman Xi Jinping once told Biden, democracy is dying. Instead, dictatorship will rule the world. Now it doesn't seem like an empty phrase. So, can we not use cobalt? In fact, the update of technology does provide us that possibility. However, for now, you can't completely get rid of the CCP's resource control. Making batteries completely free from cobalt meaning require more nickel. This explains why the price of nickel has risen so sharply, from about 25,000 since 2022 alone, a price increase of nearly 50%. The highest reached over 47,000 US dollars per ton. About half of the world's nickel productions comes from Russia, Philippines, and Indonesia. Through accurate revelations, we already know Russians Putin and Xi Jinping actually working together. In Indonesia and the Philippines, many nickel mines are under control by the CCP. The project funding is provided by a Chinese company called Qingshan Holding Group. People tend to think that Chinese Communist Party's influence is far away from them. But I guess until this point, we could agree upon it's sort of our China thing now. All of us. Anyway, The video originally made by a friend of mine, Wen Dashi. Thanks to him, I'm simply translating this video from Chinese to English, sharing the information. Thank you for watching. Perhaps I'll see you next time.